I'd like to welcome our distinguished panel of witnesses and thank them for taking time out of their busy schedules to provide this committee with their testimony. And we wish you all a good morning and welcome here to the committee. Excuse me. One of the most important functions of this committee is to look for solutions to help entrepreneurs gain access to global markets. Not only do we look for new and innovative ways to help small businesses conduct international trade, but we must also conduct the requisite oversight to ensure our current programs are effectively keeping up with the changing times. Last year, this committee worked in unison in order to put together a piece of legislation, H.R. 2992, the SBA Trade Programs Act of 2007, that passed the House with broad bipartisan support. This legislation brings changes in the SBA's operation of its programs to enhance small business participation in the global economy. H.R. 2992 represents the Small Business Committee's continued commitment to promotion of international trade by America's small businesses. The Small Business Administration has a number of general entrepreneurial assistance programs that provide technical advice to small business owners. However, international trade is an area that is fraught with regulatory hurdles requiring specialized knowledge that may not be available from the SBA's entrepreneurial partners. It is not surprising to find that the SBA created other programs to meet the needs of small business exporters that rely on personnel with specialized knowledge about the international trade regulatory regime. These programs, as well as the SBA efforts to coordinate with other agencies such as the Department of Commerce, have enhanced the worldwide profile of many U.S. exporters. There are about 250,000 small businesses in the United States that export. There's no doubt that small businesses are playing a vital role in reducing America's trade deficit. Continuation of this success and even greater emphasis on small business exporting will undoubtedly benefit the American economy. Additionally, this Congress has the opportunity to pass legislation enacting free trade agreements with several of our allied nations, including Colombia, Panama, and South Korea. I remain hopeful that Congress will work together to pass legislation that will implement these pending trade pacts. These agreements should be supported by Congress. The administration, particularly former U.S. Trade Representative Rob Portman and the current USTR Susan Schwab, have worked hard over the years to make sure the trade pacts addressed concerns about labor, environmental violations, and intellectual property theft in certain regions of the world. These pacts can also be useful in spurring negotiations for larger trade discussions, such as the Doha trade negotiations. Non-free trade countries may feel compelled to work with other nations to ensure that they are not isolated from the rest of the world. In the U.S., free trade agreements have enabled local businesses to expand their market base, as well as provided consumers with greater access to different products at more competitive prices. In Ohio, my state, trade has enabled businesses to grow. More than 11,000 companies export goods from my home state to places all across the globe. 89% of those companies can be defined as small and medium-sized businesses, ones that traditionally and rightly have been called the backbone of the American economy. In addition, 1/5 of all manufacturing workers in Ohio depend on exports for their jobs. It appears clear to me that exporting is a critical part of building the American economy, especially for small businesses. We have an excellent panel with us today to help us identify some of the obstacles that remain in encouraging trade among small and medium-sized businesses, and I think that we all look forward to hearing their testimony this morning and asking questions. So thank you for holding this hearing, Madam Chairwoman. I yield back my time.